Hello, and welcome to Armbar Audio. I'm your host, Tim Farley, and next to me is my trusted companion,
John Kearns. What's up, everybody?
We're going to talk about the Royal Rumble, guys. The first match on the pre-show was Sheamus versus Shorty G. I liked that they did a lot of limb work in this match. Gable got in more offense than I expected. Sheamus won with the bro kick. Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch the pre-show matches?
No.
All right. The second pre-show match was Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo for the U.S. title. And this match was not that good. It was mainly Andrade trying to teach Humberto Carrillo how to have a W.
Hi.
Who?
Brian says.
Hi, Brian. It was basically Andrade trying to teach Humberto how to work a WWE style match.
Yeah.
Andrade won. Great. It's the Latin American title to me now. Because Rey Mysterio, Humberto, Andrade.
I'm waiting for that boy Angel Garza to come up and take it.
The first match to kick off the Royal Rumble was the Falls Count Anywhere match between Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin. And of course, we got Robert Roode and Ziggler and the Usos out there. The Usos jumped off a scaffold. Jimmy Uso jumped off a scaffold onto all of the other three. Roman Reigns put Baron Corbin in a porta potty and tipped it over. But Baron Corbin came out without anything on him, which was sad. I remember that Baron Corbin ducked a Superman punch and turned it into a deep six. He choke slammed Roman through a table for two. Roman went to the foreign announce tables in the audience and did two Samoan drops through tables. The end came when they were on top of the dugout of Minute Maid Stadium, and he hit a Superman punch and a spear for the win. This was better than I expected.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I am happy that Roman has finally won and just beat Baron Corbin in a match. So hopefully this storyline can come to a close and we can move on to some more interesting stuff heading towards the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania.
Yes. The next match was the Women's Royal Rumble. John, what did you like about this match?
Oh, it was awesome. I really think it was one of the most well-booked Rumble matches in recent memory.
Agreed.
With who eliminated who and the order that they came out in.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome seeing Molly Holly.
Agreed.
Awesome seeing Kelly, stars of the olden days, as they are now, because it's a fucking decade ago at this point. I will say I don't know why they felt it necessary to include Santina. That spot could have been given to a Rhea Ripley or possibly a Kaylee Ray.
Yeah.
To bring more NXT influence.
Apparently, Sasha Banks was not medically cleared. That's why she wasn't in the match.
Okay, but there were plenty of people that were in town for Worlds Collide.
Yeah. Speaking of Santina, I think it was just for the spot for Beth Phoenix.
For Beth Phoenix and Natalia.
Yeah. You know, because Santina eliminated Beth Phoenix one time at WrestleMania or something like that.
Yeah, the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal or something.
I didn't really take offense to it. I thought it was kind of funny.
I didn't take offense to it. It was funny. I just thought it was dumb because I was like, oh man, like could have had Rhea or Kaylee Ray or
yeah.
But I get it. It was funny that Santina eliminated herself when she noticed that the only two people standing were Natalia and Beth Phoenix.
And they didn't give a shit about the Cobra.
No, not at all.
I like seeing Shotzi Blackheart out there.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like seeing Mercedes Martinez out there. I was very happy with Bianca Belair's performance. That woman is going to be a star if she's not already. She had 8 eliminations and she lasted very long. She was entrant number 2. Shayna Baszler came out and towards the end and I think eliminated 7 people.
Yeah, Baszler was number 30.
Yeah, she eliminated like 7 people and it came down to her and Charlotte. And Charlotte used her legs to pull Shayna over for the win.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't like about this match was that Dakota Kai was in there and she got eliminated before Tegan Nox came out.
Yeah, they really could have kept Dakota in at least until Tegan came in, and Tegan should have been the one to eliminate her, or vice versa.
Right. I liked how Shotzi tried to eliminate Shayna like she did on NXT.
Yeah.
Natty and Beth worked together throughout the match until Beth threw out Natty.
Yeah.
And I make a note of that because we'll come back to that later.
Yes.
But I thought this match was great.
Very much. Shayna Baszler not having good luck in over the top rope style contests.
She was kicking ass for a long time.
She was. But I'm happy with Charlotte winning because I know that whether she chooses to go against Becky or chooses to go against Bayley, that match is going to be absolute fire at WrestleMania. Charlotte, to me, is Miss WrestleMania.
I would love Charlotte to pick Rhea Ripley.
That would be insane because it has to be at WrestleMania.
Right.
Like,
imagine.
I'd have no problem with that at all.
The first time an NXT belt.
The NXT Championship being defended on WrestleMania.
Yes. And just for clarification, we were talking about the women's title. Yeah. No, you were right. Yeah. They took away the women's.
Well, she ain't gonna fucking pick Adam Cole, is she? She could. I think she could take Adam, but that's another time. Why won't they pull the trigger on Shayna Baszler?
I think they're waiting.
Because my 2 picks ended up being the last 2.
Right. Ours.
Yeah. Ours. Yeah.
I think because Charlotte won because she did her due diligence throughout the year. Yeah. Of being second to Becky and everything.
Yeah, and a lot of people are already claiming, oh, they handed it to Charlotte,
Charlotte earned it.
Charlotte earned it. Charlotte has, first of all, everybody's saying, oh, it's just Charlotte, just Charlotte. Charlotte hasn't held a title for nearly a year.
Right.
Charlotte has been second fiddle to Becky Lynch in a fucking tag team for half of 2019.
Yeah. I think the thing with Shayna is maybe they're waiting to do a 4 horsewomen match.
I hope so.
And maybe Shayna doesn't want to come up yet.
That's possible.
A lot of those NXT people don't really want to come up.
Yeah, Ciampa Gargano is a good example. The Era is a good example. But yeah, at the end of the day, I am satisfied with Charlotte's victory.
The next match was SmackDown's women's title. Bayley defeated Lacey Evans.
I actually didn't watch this one.
I thought Lacey Evans did good, which
I want to go back and see it,
which is unusual for me.
I've always been a Lacey fan. I was a Lacey fan when she was in NXT, and I got continually frustrated when she came up to Raw and they had her doing the walk out and leave shit. So if you're saying Lacey did good, I'm happy, and I'm gonna go and watch to see how she did because I'm a Lacey fan.
Yep. Bailey won with pulling the tights for the 1, 2, 3.
What a heel.
I'm glad Bailey won though.
Yeah.
This match was okay. We then got the Universal Championship in a strap match between Daniel Bryan and The Fiend.
This shit was brutal.
Again, showing how good of chemistry Bray Wyatt has with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And again, showing that Daniel Bryan is one of the best wrestlers of all time.
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
give a shit what you think. That's what I think.
I think that's a pretty popular opinion. I don't think you're going to be crucified too heavily for that.
A lot of strap usage. Daniel Bryan hitting the knees for 2 counts here and there. He jumped off the top of the turnbuckle to the outside to the Fiend. At one point, they were on the announce table, and Daniel Bryan repeatedly kicked the Fiend's nether regions and then DDT'd him. Yes, kicks, but the Fiend says, come on and bring some more. I believe after a knee strike, he just got up and stood there, and then Bryan tried to hit him with the strap, and then he mandible claw slammed him for the 1, 2, 3. First off, I understand that the Fiend is an attraction and that he's playing a character. So you're not going to get those like 5-star matches out of the way that he wrestles. Out of the way that he wrestles or whatever. But being put in there with someone like Bryan who could fire up the crowd, who could run around and do things, and make you believe.
Thank God they did not put the dumbass red light filter on the fucking arena.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Oh, my God.
I agree.
I'm so happy. Hopefully, I don't know if it was just the type of arena, if it was because they were in a baseball stadium and they couldn't do it, but look at the reaction online and make it permanent that the red light is gone. Please. The slow zoom in on Bryan's back after the match made me wince.
Yeah. The next match was for the Raw Women's title match. Asuka going against the man Becky Lynch. This, from what I saw,
better than
was
I thought it was
awesome.
Yeah.
Becky did like a rock bottom.
I thought we were getting another Becky squash.
Off the second rope to Asuka. There was a lot of great counters and strikes. Asuka nearly knocked out Becky. She was doing Kawada kicks, and then the last one, she just like whoop, and then the ref almost stopped the match.
And Becky, that was a good spot. That was one that I took note on, where Becky grabbed her on the ref's legs and stopped him from throwing the match.
Right. Becky Lynch kicks Asuka in the gut, and as she's falling back, she spits out the green mist, and that leads to the disarmer for the win.
Also, the spot where Becky just threw Asuka off the apron was awesome.
Yeah.
This was a fight.
A
fight. I liked it.
I liked it too.
I liked it a lot.
So then we get to the main event, the Men's Royal Rumble match. And for half of it, Brock Lesnar
was the only man in the ring.
And it was awesome and hilarious to me. He eliminated many a man.
Here's why I didn't have a problem with what they did with Brock. Because a lot of people did. But of course they are.
It set up a WrestleMania match.
Oh yeah, it did. The Brock hate is so injected into people's veins now that anything involving him.
Well, I love how Michael Cole. I love how Michael Cole said on the commentary after so many eliminations. He said, "I don't want to hear about Brock Lesnar being a part-timer and not doing his due work. He's doing all of it right now in one night.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's where I didn't have a problem. Look at the people that they threw at Brock early on in the match. Bobby Roode was there.
Elias was first, and he was great.
He was great. But these are guys that aren't going to win the Rumble. They didn't throw anybody who mattered at Brock until Kofi, Rey Mysterio, Big E, Keith Lee came in, McIntyre came in, and that's when, to me, that's when they were like, okay, we've let Brock have his moment. It's time to.
Well, within the Brock moment, a lot of those guys got their moments too. Elias got to sing and use the guitar. Got the guitar used on him. Shinsuke Nakamura had a lot of good striking offense.
Yeah.
Until he went for the Kinshasa. Cesaro
and it was awesome to see
hit a lot of uppercuts.
Shinsuke and Lesnar have history, so that was cool to see.
Yes. Like you said, Big E, Kofi, and Rey went after Brock like Thanos, the Avengers on Thanos.
Yeah. He said, Brian said, Elias with the Sacrificial Lamb song won him over. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I like Elias as a face now.
Yeah.
Because
he was the Sacrificial Lamb.
Did you see the camera when Keith Lee came out and Brock Lesnar went, "Oh, big boy." Dude, that had me laughing. And then I forget who else came out. He started dancing to their theme song.
It was
so hilarious.
It was a legend. And it was MVP.
Oh, it was MVP, yes. It was.
Yeah.
And he was dancing to his theme.
I was like, oh, yeah, dude. Because at that point, all the confidence in the world is in Brock Lesnar right
now. Yeah. And Keith Lee.
It made sense. It made sense.
Keith Lee was the first one to knock him off his feet.
No, Kofi was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, with the trouble in
paradise. Kofi got him down.
But
they did do Big E, Kofi, and Rey Mysterio was like the first scene in Endgame when they just boom, and they're in Thanos' like weird farmhouse and they're just beating the shit out of them.
Right. But the stuff with Keith Lee was great. Braun Strowman came out, and for some dumb reason, well, not dumb because we figured out the booking later, that Braun and Keith were fighting each other, and Brock Lesnar took advantage of that and lifted them both over the top.
I like what they did with Shelton Benjamin as well.
Yeah. Paul Heyman hugged him. Brock hugged him. Brock made him think that they were both going to wait for the next competitor, and Brock threw him out. Yeah. And Shelton was laughing.
Oh, that's Andrew too. That's a friend of mine. That's a good boy.
What's his name? Brock was laughing at him.
My cousin Andrew said when Keith Lee came out and Brock said, "Who's this motherfucker?" Pretty funny. Yeah. Man, so awesome to see Keith Lee get a moment like that.
So then Ricochet gets it. Drew comes in. Ricochet gets in. And Drew is staring down Brock.
Ricochet was in before Drew.
Yeah, and Drew says, "Come on, show me what you have for me." And then as soon as Brock Lesnar is ready to go after him, boom, Ricochet kicks him in the nuts. And then a Claymore kick sends Lesnar out. From here on,
I'll tell you, I get a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart every time Brock gets hit in the sack. Oh, I love it so much. But man, the pop when Brock got Claymored out of the ring blew the roof off of that place and shows how good a heel Brock is.
Right. I agree. And then the whole time, Drew's throwing people out like new entrants and just going back to the rope and staring through Brock Lesnar until Brock decides to leave through the crowd. Brock said something to Drew, and Drew said something to him.
I couldn't tell what he was saying, but it was definitely, I think it was something along the lines of "You know what you just did," or something like that.
Right. So then we get.
I'll tell you what, man. It is so hard to have legitimate storytelling in the Royal Rumble match, and they fucking did it. They did it.
At number 21, Edge returned after 9 years.
They said that, and my jaw dropped. I was like, "It's been 9 fucking years."
I know what happened. He speared Dolph Ziggler.
He speared the soul out of Dolph Ziggler, and the camera crew missed it. I actually see it on Twitter.
Yep, me too. He speared AJ. He and Randy Orton eliminated the OC. He eliminated AJ Styles after AJ Styles injured his arm, apparently. We don't know everything about it.
Dude, that better be a fucking work. I need it to happen. When Edge and AJ Styles locked eyes, like, my heart exploded.
Mania match.
My heart exploded.
Rated RKO here did exactly what Beth and Natty did in the female match and worked on people, planned on people. Randy Orton was going to get ready to throw out Edge. Edge seen him. Edge talks him out of it. He says, "Let's go after that person," and then Edge throws out Randy Orton.
Did y'all forget who Edge was?
The ultimate opportunist. He don't care about no snake and venom viper bullshit.
No. He takes what he wants. My best Becky impression.
Let's see. The final four.
Final four were Edge, Roman, Drew, and
was it Randy?
No, it wasn't Randy.
Randy.
Is it on that? Is it on CBS?
Oh, sorry. Seth Rollins came out.
Yeah. At number 30. With AOP and Buddy Murphy.
Yes. And Buddy Murphy.
Was weird, AOP. I expected to see Buddy Murphy in the match.
Right.
Weird.
AOP caught Seth Rollins after Owens threw him out. This led to Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens being eliminated, and Aleister Black. Aleister Black fights off Buddy Murphy. Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens go after AOP. They fight to the back, and Seth Rollins is a man without a.
Tell you what, man, Samoa Joe had a good chance going out there at 29. I would have been just as happy with him.
Yeah. Seth wants to reconnect with Roman, but Roman says yes, but then immediately Superman punches him. I believe he takes finishers from all of the men left in the ring. Yeah, Superman punch, then
this fucking
Edge threw him into an Orton power slam.
And
McIntyre Claymore for an elimination.
The boos were raining down so heavily. And then as soon as Roman went out, that place exploded.
Edge leapfrogged a spear from Roman and then hit Roman with a spear, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It came down to Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. And, Edge and Roman were on the apron, and Edge was holding on, and Roman slapped both of his hands. Edge fell back. Roman comes into the ring. He gets claymored and thrown out by the winner, Drew McIntyre.
This fucking man, he has been my pick to win the Rumble for 3 years. And they finally see in him what we see.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for him.
Matt Riddle got in there for a second,
bro,
and got thrown out. I mean, he did some kicks, but then he was thrown out unceremoniously.
Yeah, I wish he would have done it.
Apparently, before the match, before the Rumble started, Matt Riddle and Brock Lesnar came face to face in the back, and Brock wanted Matt Riddle to know the reality of the situation. That's what they're saying on the dirt sheets. So something, it was real. It wasn't for show, is what they're saying on the dirt sheets. Who knows what happens with that? Maybe just like he did with Goldberg, maybe he starts using the F5 now instead of the jackhammer.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
that would pop me.
yeah.
The
So
Pro 5.
I think this was the best men's Royal Rumble since I think it was 2010. We said 2008, but I think it was 2010.
I think it was 2010. Whichever Rumble Edge won before his retirement.
Yeah. This was fantastic and absolutely well booked.
Top to bottom, great fucking card.
Rated, yes. Well, on paper, yeah, but there were some duds.
There were some duds, but you're gonna have that. Like,
yeah,
this, in my opinion, is the first time WWE has done everything right in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I am fully in WrestleMania mode now going forward because we'll rate Royal Rumble and then get into some discussion.
Royal Rumble for me gets an A-.
I do a solid A-.
All right. So Drew McIntyre is definitely going to pick Brock.
Oh, definitely going to pick Brock.
And he better beat his ass.
Brian said pencil it in now. Reigns is going against the Fiend.
I'd imagine.
It's going to happen.
I'd imagine.
They both won their matches.
Yeah. If AJ Styles is good to go by April, they're definitely doing AJ and Edge.
Definitely.
Which is weird because Edge already has a built-in storyline with Seth Rollins, if anyone remembers. But Seth seems to be engrossed with Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens.
They're probably going to have a Raw Tag Team title match.
Probably.
Yeah, so he's busy. But there's always SummerSlam.
Like I said earlier in the show,
the current rumor that is getting a lot of attention from people that make me believe that it is true is that Edge is on a 3-year contract.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. As I said earlier in the show, I hope Charlotte picks Rhea, but Rhea Ripley from NXT.
Won't. She probably won't.
She'll probably pick Becky.
Yeah. Which any of those 3 matches I'm happy with because, like I said, to me, Charlotte is Miss WrestleMania.
All right. Anything else, John?
Anything else? Wednesday, we're coming at you with NXT and AEW.
Yep.
And then we're trying to shoot for either Saturday or Sunday. We're coming at you with the best matches of January and our picks for the match of the month.
Yep. So wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night, you have a great one. And peace and love to all of you. Bang!
Bang! Good night, folks.